What's going on, Mob? Titus here from Crossine Entertainment, and starting up a brand new thing for you guys that I'm gonna call Titus TV. Gonna be mostly called Gamer Talk as well. That's gonna be like the subtitle for this, where I'm gonna report to you most recent gaming news about like a certain genre or a certain game itself or a gaming company or anything like that. This is my first time kind of doing a video like this without there being like a background or a game over me, so I'm a little nervous about this, so just bear with me. Today we're going to be talking about MMOs, mostly Elder Scrolls Online and Final Fantasy XIV, because those are the two MMOs that have come out with the most recent news, I guess, like the biggest news in the MMO universe. I'm going to kick things off with Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online is officially subscription free. It was about 11 months in that Bethesda finally decided to move the game over to subscription free, and as far as us gamers know, we know that if a game goes from subscription to subscription free, it's not really the death of the game, but you know, that's when the quality starts to drop. It just didn't take hard off the ground like people expected it to, and honestly, I did play the game for about 3 months after its release, and I don't know, I don't want to say it wasn't enjoyable, but there was just one thing about the game that it was just lacking, and I can't even tell you what it was, but it did not pull me in like an MMO should. Like, you know, when you think of MMO, you think of World of Warcraft, where it's like heroin. Like, you just shoot it up, and then you no-life it. You don't want to get up from the screen. You don't want to go to work. You don't want to even use the bathroom or eat food because you don't want to pull yourself away from the game. Nothing about Elder Scrolls Online really had that factor, and because of that, its subscription numbers showed that. So they really had no choice but to go over to subscription free, and because of that, you're going to see a lot of microcharging and stuff. I believe there is still a subscription option, kind of like Guild Wars 2 has, where you can still pay for a subscription and get a lot more access to the game than if somebody were to pay for free. And I really hope for Bethesda that this works out for them, especially since the console versions of the game are going to be dropped around June. So the PS4 and the Xbox One will finally have their version of Elder Scrolls Online, and hopefully we'll see more players playing the game at that point, because, you know, it's new gen, so people are still playing on their Xboxes and their PlayStation 4s because they're still new. Like, they've only been out for a year, so they have to get the content out on the new generation of consoles, and hopefully the subscriptions will go up for the game, because it was fun, but I felt like the interaction between other players was also just not there, you know what I mean? I pretty much just played the game myself. Like, the dungeons were alright, but there weren't enough of them. There just were not a lot of character interaction in that game, and I think, you know, that's the whole point of an MMO, a massive multiplayer online game, is the multiplayer part, and it just, there wasn't enough there for me. So hopefully they'll come out with something to bring players back in, to enjoy that part, because everybody was thinking, you know, oh, Skyrim with other people, and there just wasn't that factor there. So yeah, Elder Scrolls Online going free to play. The next thing I want to talk about is Final Fantasy XIV. They have officially announced Haven Sword to be released on June 23rd. It's the game's first ever expansion pack, and this is a game that I actually really enjoyed when I played it. I only played for the first month because, you know, you got the first month free when you bought the game, and I'm broke, so I can only afford to play one MMO, to be honest, and like I said, World of Warcraft is heroin. So that is my MMO of choice right now, and Haven Sword does look fantastic. 5 new regions to explore. There's new dungeons and everything like that, like you would expect from a normal MMO expansion pack. And if you guys have not tried out Final Fantasy XIV, even if you're not a fan of Final Fantasy, this game is still extremely enjoyable to play. That is one game out of the two that I definitely recommend because of the fact that there are a lot of interactions with other players in that game. I loved the game mechanics. The combat was pretty decent. The scenery was absolutely gorgeous. This is a game that needs to be played, and it's like I said, I definitely suggest playing some Final Fantasy XIV. I do want to buy some game time and get back into it. If you guys are a fan of my live stream, you might be seeing me on Final Fantasy XIV recently. Haven Sword dropping on June 23rd. So make sure to go ahead and check that out. Look more into that if you're interested. There hasn't been any huge World of Warcraft news ever since the 6.1 patch came out with the garrison updates and everything. That was pretty much the whole basis of the 6.1 patch, was the garrison updates to the game. They really didn't change much else, and from what I've been trying to research, there really isn't a whole lot of changes in the near future for World of Warcraft that's gonna add more or change the game a lot recently. I know it's a short episode, but I kind of just want to call this the pilot. Like, if you guys enjoy this, make sure to let me know, and I will post more gaming news and my opinions on certain games and companies, because, man, if you know me, I am a very highly opinionated person. Like, I have so much that I want to rant about to you guys, and I want to use this as that, you know, bridge to make a huge discussion in the chat, and one way for me to talk to you guys that's outside of my live stream and Twitter. Like, I want to be more involved in the YouTube community, because we're almost at 2,100 subscribers, guys, so thank you so much for the support. That's also another reason why I want to throw this out there. So Titus TV, this is the pilot episode. Let me know what you think. Next episode, I want to talk about EA and Madden, and man, I have a lot to rant about when it comes to Madden and EA. And I also want to spiral off and talk about other games and releases and games that I'm excited about, like Bloodborne. And GameStop has that promotion going on right now where it's buy a PlayStation 4 and get a free year of PlayStation Plus for free. That ends in 4 days, so I need to get this video up so you guys can take advantage of that. In store, if you go in store and buy a PlayStation 4 and you have that coupon, if you have the GameStop app, log into that and you'll have a code right there and get yourself a free month of PlayStation Plus. Hopefully my tax return will be in soon, because I will be picking up a PS4. And I'm going off topic here. So let me know, guys, I guess your question of the day or whatever. Let me know what your MMO choice is. Like, if you play Elder Scrolls Online, if you play Final Fantasy 14, World of Warcraft, Perfect World, if you still play RuneScape or MapleStory, let me know, because I think we all went through that RuneScape phase back in the day. I want to know what you guys are playing and what you want me to talk about. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow the Twitter and the Twitch, and that's it, guys. I'll see you next video. Peace.